Hmm.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So, yesterday we learned about what is meta, right? In head section, we discussed about meta and we started discussing about body section. We started learning about body section. Body section, it is configured using which one? Body tag. And body section has some important attributes. In the attribute, yesterday we learned about BG color. BG color is one attribute, another one text. So BG color is used to set background color. Text is used to set the text color. And one more point I given here, colors are defined by using color name and hexa code. Am I right? So hexa code will be hash 3 characters RGB, or it can be hash 6 characters RGB. What is the range of RGB? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and B, C, D, E, and F. 0 to F. Gradually from F to 0, darkness will increase for every color. So red, so and green and blue. These 3 color ranges are defined using this. So how to apply colors, foreground, background? We can simply write like this: body BG color is equal to, I kept here suppose, so hash, and I defined FF0000. This is which color? This is red color. First value belongs to red, second green, third blue. And text is text color FFFFF. This is white. That is how we can put the foreground and background. Yesterday I showed you like this you can give, or you can give body BG color and is equal to red, and the text is equal to white. You can use the words, you can use color names, or you can use color codes. That's the example yesterday we designed. So body section contains those options. So let's see here our shopping project. In that, so we will put this body, and this is how we define the color. BG color and another one text. It is going to change the background color and text color. We can use both combinations as I told you, right? So how we can set background color and all. And important, one more note you have to is attributes don't have any order dependency. That means you can write any attribute anywhere. They have to be inside body. That means it's not like first BG color, then text. We can write first text, then BG color. There is no order for attributes. You can write any attribute at any location. They must be inside body tag. So you write first text color, after that BG color, anything is fine. Okay, next important is after BG color and text, in the body section, you have another important attribute, background. Background is nothing but it sets a background background image for body. It sets a background image for body section. We can put a background image for body section using background. So for example, suppose we open some websites. You see, suppose you have Netflix. When I open this Netflix, in the background, they have an image. They have a picture in the background. So in HTML, for page, we can put a background image. We can put the background pictures. To put a background picture, you have to use this background attribute. You have to use background attribute. So what you have to define, so simply body, we have to use background, and we can define the path and the name of image, which image you want to keep, which picture you want to keep. The name and path of image you have to define. Now remember, so here, if you, so many points are there here. Always use only virtual path. Always use only virtual path of image. You have to use only the virtual path of image. Always you have to use the virtual path of image. Always you have to use the virtual path of image. Virtual path of image. So what does that means is, actually in your computers, you may have image at different locations. Usually when you are learning HTML general level, that means in school, colleges, when you learn HTML, there they will not teach you working with servers. They will just teach you HTML as a page. Then in school, college level, you have an habit of giving the path physical, d:, some images, and in that some pic.jpg, something like this. This is invalid. You should never give such paths in real time. This path will never work when it goes to server. Finally, our projects have to run on server. In school, college level, working with servers is a too much concept. That's the reason you are never delivered with that type of environment. Just they will show you how to create a HTML file, double click, open and see. That's not the way how in real world it works. So always our real world design must be for server. Our target must be for server. If you are not writing for server, then it will not work in real time environment. So never use physical path. This physical path usually works. This physical path usually works when you are not using server. So don't try this. Always use virtual path. Virtual path means usually you can keep your images and you can define pic.jpg like this. I will show you how we can handle that and configure it. So first point, I will show you the problem here. What is the problem, how it actually handles. One more point is, so you cannot define background BG color when background image is set to set. You cannot define BG color when background image is set. That means either you can use BG color or you can use background image. And if you are writing both, background image only dominates, no background color. Either you use background color or you use background image. Both will not work. So if you are trying both, only the background image will dominate. So background image will dominate. Let's see here. I will remove this now. Okay, now the body section is empty. Now what we have to do here is we have to put some image. I will show you here. In my computer, suppose I have some picture. Let's say in my D drive, some Netflix, some path, in that some public, some images. And here there is an image Netflix back or Netflix banner. Okay. You see there is an image here. There is an image called Netflix banner. And this image, its type is JPG, Netflix banner JPG. And see its path is this. It is present in this location. I will copy this path. I will copy that path. In that path, I have this image. So in your computer, in some location, there is an image and you want to use in your project. So generally, you will have an habit of writing like this. Background is equal to the path. In that path slash, what is it? Netflix banner dot what file? JPG. That is how we write. That is how generally people learn writing the sources location. 100 to 100%, this is invalid. Forget about this. Never try this. Never use this. At learning level, at school, college level, fine, but not for real world. So completely remove this from your brain using physical paths, right? You see, I mentioned the path correctly, but here it is not working. But I will show you it will work. How it will work generally at your school, college level, what they show. Our project is in which drive? Our project is in D drive, shopping. In that project, we have public. Our project name is, this is our project, shopping, na? E drive, right? In E drive, I have a project called shopping. In this shopping project, I have index page. I will double click and open. That is how you learn at school, college level. So double click and open, it is working. Right? So it is working. This is how generally people learn HTML in different levels. And that is completely not professional. So forget about this. Never try this kind of approach. So that means don't try to open, double click on browsers and say that I learned HTML. That's not right. So forget this point. So it is working. Your path is correct, but it is not working here. This is what we want in real time. In real world environment, our application runs on server. And if it is not working on server, your path is completely useless. So whatever the path you written is not good for real world environment. So then how to put that? How to put the images? Let's see. How do we put the images? How to put the images? This is wrong way. So how to put the images? I will tell you. What you have to do is, so first point, so to define any resource, and use in a page. First, you have to copy the resource into your project local folders. First, you have to do that. That means don't try to access the files which are present outside your project. Whatever files you want to use for your project, first bring them and copy them into your project folder. You have to bring and copy into your project folder. So what you have to do now, see here, we are using, this is our project folder, shopping. You can open a project folder like this also. What you have to do, right click in this folder and select the option Reveal in Explorer. When you select Reveal in Explorer, it will open in File Explorer like this. This is your project location. What you have to do is, here you have to go to, in the shopping folder, go to public. I told you all your static resources you have to keep in which folder? Public. Images, text documents, PDF documents, everything. Go to public folder. And here in this public folder, better all our files we will keep in a separate organized way. That means all PDF documents one place, all text documents one place, all images at one place, icons at one place, like that. That is good. So what we will do in public folder, we will create another folder. I will create a new folder. I will give the name as images. And in this images folder, this is images folder. In this images folder, we have to put the image. That means it is present somewhere in your computer. From there, copy and put it here. So first step, make sure that you are not accessing any file which is outside your project. It is 100% not possible, right? You have to bring all those files into your project location first. So let's go to its original location. Actually, it is present in somewhere other project. In my D drive, some Netflix, in that some public, some images. There I have this Netflix banner. I will copy this Netflix banner file and I will paste into my project images location. This is the first step you have to do. So don't try to use images or any file which is present outside your project folder. First bring everything and keep into your project folder. And you have to keep according to your location, right? So we are keeping that into that location. Okay. Now in public folder, we have another folder called images. So we have to use that virtual path here. That means background, it is present in which folder? Public. In that which folder? Images. In that Netflix banner dot. That is how we have to define. Now you can see now this image is working fine. This image is working fine. Remember, in HTML, you can just keep image. I want image center, I want image stretch, I want image dark, I want image light. You can't do anything. You can't do anything. You can just put a picture. If it is a small picture, it will come tiles. If it is a large picture, it will be very big zoom level. You cannot put center, you cannot put stretch, you cannot make it light color. Nothing you can do in HTML. For that you have to use CSS. So forget about managing this image. In HTML, you will learn only how to keep a image. That's it. So how to make it transparent, how to make it different appearance, size, adjusting everything, nothing. You can't do anything in HTML. You have to manage that by using CSS. Later, when we learn some CSS basics, you will learn how to manage the background. As of now, no hurry. Many people are very much excited about lot of topics like how to do this, how to do that. In the first day itself, they want to design like Amazon website, right? So forget about all this. You will build everything, but level by level topics you have to learn, right? So first 2 days itself, don't imagine about Amazon, Netflix like websites designing. You will do that, but lot of time, lot of concepts are required. Okay, so This is only how to keep a image. That's it. You cannot control the image. You cannot manage the image in HTML. In HTML, what we can do, we are learning that. Later we can do it, manage it with our CSS. For that, we have to learn a lot of CSS also. So later we will do that, right? Initially, we have only one option to do. What is it? How to put a background image. So what we have done here in our project, what we have done. So create a new folder by name images in a public folder. Understood? After that, copy your image into images folder. After that, you can write the path. So you can use the virtual path. How to write the virtual path? Body. In the body section, we have background. Background is in which location? Public. Images. In that we have some Netflix banner .jpg. You have to define like this. We can put a background image or we can put a background color. These two things we can try now, right? You put just a picture. Remember, if you take small pictures, they will come tiles. So that means it will spread all over the body section. Depends on the width and height of your image. So forget about its managing appearance, right? That you will do later in CSS. Just how to keep a picture. Now, how to change the background? To change the background, we have used BG color or background. Now you can change the text color. You can write here text as what? White. Then it will give the text color to white. Right? Later you will manage the background size, background appearance and all. Initially in the body section, you have these two options now. So three you have learned. One is BG color, another one text, another one background. Next, in the body section, you have another important a link. It is used to set color for active links in page. And we have another one, v-link. So it is used to set color for visited links in page. Currently, we haven't learned anything about links. We don't know anything about links. Later, when you learn about links, you will understand. But as of now, just a rough example I will show you. A simple rough example I will show you. You don't need to try this, just see it. Why? Because this is related to links concept, but it is a part of body. That's the reason we have to discuss. So what is a link, v-link, I will show you. For that, actually, we have to work with links. How to work with links? What are links? Don't worry about it. Just see the concept, observe the concept. In this page, I am having a link. href is http://amazon.in, and this is Amazon India. And another, so I will put a span, yeah. So href is http://amazon.com. So this is Amazon US. Actually, this is the images I am having. These are the links I am having in my page. And I'm having another like anchor. Some href is equal to, so http://msdn.com. So this is Microsoft help. Okay. Now you can observe that in my page I have links, but colors little changed. You can see that Amazon India, Amazon US, those links have a different color. We call them as visited links. Visited links means the URL behind them, those websites I already visited in my computer. If those websites already I visited on my computer, their color will change. The link color will change. For example, when you open a website, in that website, 100 topics are there. Now you visited randomly first topic, fifth topic, seventh topic, like that. When you come back, if all looks similar, then you are confused which topic you visited already. That is the reason they have an habit of changing the colors. That means Amazon India, Amazon US are in different color because they are visited links. Visited links. Visited links means on this computer they already visited. In that case, they will change their color. And the last one, we never visited this website. We never used this in this computer. That is the reason this is called normal link. Normal link color you cannot change. You can change visited link color. How you can change visited link color? In body, we can use v-link is equal to some green. It is to change, you can see they are in green. Visited links are in green color. And you cannot change for normal link. Normal link you will learn later how to change. You have to do it in CSS. Visited links you can change like this. There is another option. We have active link, A-link. A-link I am giving red. Active link means I move the mouse onto it and hold down the mouse button. Hold down the mouse button, then it becomes active. That active color will be red. So once it is visited, you see it is not visited till now. I will click on it. When I click, it is visited now. That means I visited that Microsoft. I will go back. When I go back, its color changed now. That means it is visited. So visited links color different, active links color different. Normal link color you can't change. HTML don't have that. So for that again you have to depend on CSS. Remember, HTML is just a presentation language. You cannot achieve everything that you see on websites. HTML only can present. And you have to use lot of CSS to make the presentation perfectly suitable for the requirements. So with HTML, don't imagine of achieving everything that you see online. With HTML, we can just present the contents. Later, after presenting, you have to make them more effective with the help of CSS. Without CSS, you cannot imagine HTML like online, how you see in websites. Okay. So you will have a lot of doubts and questions related to design. Keep all those doubts with you only until the topics are discussed. One by one topics we will reveal. You will get answer for every doubt that you are having in your mind, right? So whatever doubts that rises, we are going to learn them. So no hurry. So don't hurry into the concepts, right? Just you need to practice only what we learned in the class. That is enough. You will get answer to every question that comes in your mind. That later, level by level. First level, we can put a background picture, but we cannot control it. How to control? Later. We can change the color of only two links. One is visited link, another one is active link. We cannot change color for normal link. That you have to do again with CSS. What are links? You don't know till now. That's the reason, forget about practicing this. Just know about those two attributes. What are those attributes? A-link and V-link. So practicing them later you will do when you learn about links. So these are colors. So how to define body? We have to use V-link is equal to some green. You can give color codes. I'm just giving color names. And we have another A-link, so which is like red. So visited links, active links. For that you can change the colors. So in the body section, we have these options. Another important, In the body section, you have another attribute called align. Align is nothing but it is used to align the content in page, left, center, right, or justify. I hope you know all people justified alignment. In MS Word, you will have 4 alignments: left, center, right, and justified. What is justified alignment? Justified alignment will reduce right side unevenness of paragraph. Because some paragraphs have lengthy words right side, due to that lot of gap will come. Justify is one alignment you will use in MS Word to keep left and right margins even. Right? That is what justify is. Okay. You see, align is used to align. As of now, I am giving this. I want to keep this content. This is the original actually. So then I will go here. I will just write align. Align is equal to center. That means it will keep the content center. Align equal to what? Right. It will keep the content right. Remember, it is applying to entire body. If I want to apply only for a paragraph or a sentence, later you will see that. This is for entire body, right? And we have another one, left. Left is default alignment. Another we have justify. But justify is not for ordinary lines. It is for paragraphs. You see, now you will not see any difference here. The difference you will find when you are using some paragraphs. Suppose temporarily, let's copy some paragraph. I will copy some paragraph here. I will copy some paragraph. Okay. And I will paste that here. So that means remove this. Okay, this is the paragraph we are having. And I will just use align. By default, alignment is left. When I use left alignment, usually you see when I am increasing the zoom or I am adjusting the window size, you can see right side paragraph unevenness will be increasing, right? Paragraph unevenness will be there. Right side. To keep it perfect, what we have to do? Align, we have to keep it as what? Justify. Then it will be perfect. Right side unevenness, it will reduce. Now the paragraph left and right will be correctly configured. That is correctly configured. That means the unevenness in the right edge of paragraph you can remove by using justified alignment. Usually for paragraphs, you can see if there is one line or 2 lines, you cannot observe that justify. You need to have some paragraph, then you can understand. So we have 4 alignments to handle. What are those? Left, center, right, or justify. You need to just give body. Align. Align is equal to justify. Justify or center or left or right, anything you can define. So in the body section, we have another option, alignments. So for body section, one more important is attribute. You have margins. You have left margin. You have right margin. You have top margin. And we have bottom margin. No spaces. Those are attribute names. Attribute names you have to write exactly like this. We have left margin, right margin, top margin, and bottom margin. These are margins. I will tell you one simple point here. You need to understand some presentation terms actually. Suppose you see here, actually, generally, we have a web page. This is a web page. This is a general web page. You have to know one basic point that every web page, standard width is 1200 pixels. 1200 pixels is the correct standard width of every web page. Every web page must be designed for how much width? 1200 pixels. 1200 pixels, that is the width. Height is 768 pixels. 768 pixels is the height. That is the standard width and height of a web page. Professionally, every web page must be designed for this. Remember, inches, centimeters, these are the units, because later you will learn all units. In CSS, we will learn actually. Inches, centimeters are the units we have to use if our presentation is going on the paper. If you are presenting on a printer, taking a printout, then measurement units, inches and centimeters. If you are presenting on screen, then the best measurement unit is pixels. Pixel is nothing but, I hope you know, it is spelled as pixels. On screen, whatever you are watching is made of several tiny dots. Those dots are called as pixels. You can see lot of content is very clear, but observe, these are pixels. These are pixels. That means every image, every content is made of these tiny dots. We call these dots as pixels. The measurement will be in these pixels. One dot is 1 pixel. 1 pixel. And very important here is generally 1200 pixels width and 700 pixels height. In this, you are typing some paragraph. Suppose your paragraph. You have some paragraph. And around your paragraph, you will have some space. Around the paragraph, you have some space. And you see, this paragraph is having a border. This is border. Paragraph have a border. And the space between border and paragraph, this space is called padding. We call this space as padding. In web designing, you need to know the meaning of the words padding and margin. These are very important for placements. These are very, very important. Padding means the space around your content. The space around your content is called padding. Space around your content, but within is no border. If there is no border, space around your content is called as padding. And very important is the distance between border and page. This is border and page, right? The distance between border and page, this is called margin. We call this margin. So you have to adjust two things, padding and margins. We cannot control padding. Padding we have to control with CSS only. Here there is no padding. Here you can apply margins. Margin means if your content is here, that means generally your content will be whatever you design, the content will be exactly on the border here. That means your content will be correctly like this. Understood? Now I want some space from above, some space down. Then you have to adjust top margin. I need some space from left. Then I have to adjust left margin. We have to adjust top margin and left margin. Suppose right side it is there. We can have right alignment now. Right alignment or right side, some content is there. Then right margin you can adjust. If bottom is there, bottom margin you can adjust. So margin and padding, what is the difference? So the space around paragraph is padding. The space around padding is margin. Currently we don't have padding, so we have to adjust directly only margins. That means you see the paragraph currently, it is exactly on the page border. It is exactly on the page border. I want some gap. Then what you can do is you can write like this. You can put left margin How many pixels? This is very, very important. How many pixels? See, how much maximum width of our page is? 1200 pixels. Make sure that your content, for your content, 500 pixels are reserved. Make sure that for your content, 500 pixels are reserved, because 500 pixel is the correct size for mobile like devices. That means even if it is going on mobile, the minimum size should be 500 pixels. So don't disturb this 500 pixels. Make sure that 500 pixels content is there. And margins you give anything other than this. That means now suppose if you give the margin, left margin as 1200 pixel, it is not good. Why it is not good? 1200 is maximum now. That means there is no place for your content. There is no place for your content. So make sure that when you are using left and right margins, in the middle 500 pixels, don't disturb it. And left and right margins, now you can give among how much? How much you can give? So left margin, right margin, already 500 gone now. 1200 minus 500, how much? In 700, how much you can give for left and right? 350, 350. That's good. Don't go more than that, right? That means you can go more than that, doesn't matter, but your content will be abnormal in presentation. So always make sure that you have 500 in the middle, right? Content. So you can give how many pixels? 350. Right? How many pixels? 350. So that means 700 pixels are set. Now this is mobile screen actually. Now don't go more than this. That is not good. More than this you can go, doesn't matter. You can go more than that, but doesn't matter. That means suppose I given 400, 450, 450, right? Like this I given. Obviously you can go more than that. That looks abnormal. That means this is not suitable for any kind of device, not even on a smartwatch. So always make sure that minimum in the middle you have space. How much? 500. Make sure that minimum you have 500. This is the original size actually. This is the original zoom percent. Means actually what I am doing, I am zooming here. You know, I am zooming 125%. Actual size you have to set is how much? 100. This is the original size. Just for your visual sake, I am zooming and showing you. This is the original size. This is the ideal size for your content. That means ideal size for your content when it is going to least screen. Least screen is mobile. Mobile or smart watches, it is okay, good. If you are going more than that, it is not good. And it is not necessary that you have to give evenly, right? What you can do, I given 350. So, or I given here 450 left, here I can give 250 right. That means I can adjust like this. You can change your wish. I want 100 pixels only. I want only 100 pixels left and right. That's okay. Top also I want to adjust. Then what you have to use? Top margin 50 pixels. It will little bit down. And remember, in this you cannot keep anything now. So your content will start here. Everything will be inside that margin only. Margin is nothing but the space between your content and the page borders. So there will be padding later. As of now, we don't have any padding. We cannot put any padding. As of now, just only margin. So all are same options. All are used for left margin, right margin, top margin, and bottom margin. For all of them, definition is same. That means sets space between page, border, and your content. your content, page border and your content. And very important here, as I told you, so every web page max size is 1200 pixels width and 768 pixels height. That is the size. And so always so keep 500 pixel for your content. That is very important. Rest of that you share with your margins. 500 pixel, make sure that it is there for the content. This is very important. You can give more than that, but I already told you, depending on your requirement, how you want to present. But don't go less than 500 pixels, right? That is. These are all margins. So how do we define margin? And important, you cannot see bottom margin. So suppose I am writing some bottom margin. I am using bottom margin also 100. You cannot see these bottom margin until or unless there is lot of content. I will paste lot of paragraph, okay? Then you can observe the bottom margin. You can see bottom also have some space. That means generally many times you write 1 line, 2 line and say that it's not working, right? So you have to keep content also reasonable. If the content is not reasonable, you will feel like it is not working, but actually your content is not suitable for what you are working. So make sure that you kept some lengthy content, then you will observe the margins easily, right? This is margin. These are all the contents in which section. These are all the attributes of body. So what is the summary for body attributes? Body attributes we have, what are those? BG, color. We have text, we have background, we have a link, we have v link, we have align, we have margins, left margin, right margin, top margin and bottom margin, top margin and bottom margin. These are all the attributes of body. These are all the attributes of body section. So this is the head and body section. Okay. Now, very important is, now head section is ready, body section is ready. And we learned attributes. I already told you, we can make it effective with only CSS. Still, we haven't started any CSS. Later, we will start CSS little bit with HTML so that you can design good interfaces. As of now, all these are in the body section. Actually, here important is HTML4 version directly keeps every content inside body. HTML4 version directly keeps every content inside body. So which is not SEO friendly. So HTML4 directly keeps every content inside body, which is not SEO friendly, not search engine friendly. Why it is not search engine friendly, I will tell you. That is the reason actually HTML5 version introduced new elements into body section to make it more SEO friendly. So earlier in HTML4, directly we keep our content in the body section. Everything we keep directly in body. But from HTML5 onwards, we don't do that. HTML5 introduced several new elements which makes the presentation more search engine friendly. For example, you see here, I will tell you what is problem here. Actually, in HTML4, you see, suppose this is body. In this body section, suppose this is the body section. In this body section, we have some pictures. Suppose I have one image. This is one image, and this is another image. Actually, this image is some car image, and this image is some flower image. Now, what happened here is we have defined here, so figure, and the name I given as some Range Rover, like this. Like this. Now, important is here, this is Range Rover, that is the text. Now, in Google search, that means we are searching in Google. So in Google search, what we have done, in Google search, we typed Range Rover. Then what happens is, I told you yesterday that the searching work is done by robots, web spiders and web crawlers, right? Have you watched those videos? Anybody? Yesterday I told you, try watching them. You should have a little bit general knowledge also. No? You cannot be a software engineer with zero general knowledge, right? That doesn't suit as a technical people. Huh? You should have general knowledge about what is happening in software industry. Not only about what you are learning. Huh? You watch those videos. I told you, na, Facebook CEO, right? And Google CEO Congress videos are there. You watch them. You will understand. You will see, you will learn so many things. You will understand correctly what Google, Facebook is doing, right? Now here, if anybody is searching for this Range Rover and all, now the robot comes here on your page. It comes to that location because it finds the word Range Rover. Now it have to return the picture. Which picture it will pick up? The picture below or picture above? Now robot have to pick a picture and show you in the results. Now which picture it will pick up? Robots don't know. Robots cannot read images. They can't understand images. That is the reason you might have observed in websites, you see a concept called CAPTCHA. You see? CAPTCHA. CAPTCHA is nothing but it is used for avoiding robots. That means you designed a website. One of the main threat online is robots will use your websites. There are so many artificial intelligence robots designed by various people, hackers and all. Those robots come, they will open your website, they log in into your website, register in your website. That means zero users, no genuine users are using, but your website is facing heavy load because lot of robots are working on your website. That is serious threat. To prevent such robots logging, registering into our websites, we use a concept called CAPTCHA. That CAPTCHA is to verify whether the person who is using is a human or robot. How it will verify? It will ask you to enter some code, random code, right? But these days, robots are very intelligent. They are reading those codes also. That is the reason now CAPTCHA, they are giving pictures. Have you observed? They will say that select pictures which have signal lights, select picture which have some cars, right? Why? Because robots 100% cannot read images. That is one good advantage for us. So that is the reason by using images, we prevent robots. Even in Facebook also, if you forget your Facebook password or something, they will give you some image-based verifications. I hope you have seen that, right? Image-based verifications. So because robots cannot do that, robots cannot read image. So here problem is, now robot doesn't know that the image above is car and it is Range Rover. It cannot read images. That is the reason observe, I don't know from how many years you are using internet. If you have observed 3-4 years back, 2-3 years back, enough. 2-3 years back on internet, on Google, when you are searching for pictures, images, you will find lot of images which are not related to your search. Have you observed? So many pictures you will get in results which are not related to your search. You will be wondering, I am not searching for this picture, how this picture came. That is because robots are not sure about images. Then what they do, they will return all images which are not related to your search also. That means here robot is confused. Why? Because a caption can be above or caption can be below, anywhere. How robot knows that this caption belongs to this picture? It doesn't know. Then one more point is, then many times people ask like, sir, why can't we put this caption? Why can't we put this caption on image? If you put anything on image, it cannot read, because robots cannot read images. So you have to keep outside. Then how to keep outside and make it related to that image? It's not possible. That is the reason in HTML5, what they have done, they introduced new containers. These containers will bring these two into one box, one unit. Then robots can easily understand that, okay, this image caption is this, another image caption is another. These kind of new containers are introduced into HTML5. So these containers, these are containers actually. So these containers will make your content more search engine friendly. And what are such containers? So HTML5, new body elements are, HTML5 have several new body elements. Like we have so many elements, like we have aside, we have article, we have header, we have dialogue. So I will give here header, footer. We have section, and we have dialogue. So we have figure. We have figure caption, fig caption. So we have menu. So we have now. So we have div, and we have span. All these are the new elements. First, we will learn about these elements. Actually, these are the elements. That means there are so many other elements you will learn. These are the elements. So these elements are used in designing layout of page. So which can be SEO friendly, it can be more SEO friendly, search engine friendly. These are all the new elements introduced into the body section. Remember, body section have a lot of other things. I am talking about only the elements which are good for layout. After layout, others will come, paragraphs, images, so many will be there. We are talking about the new elements introduced into HTML to make the HTML body section more SEO friendly, search engine friendly. What are these elements you see? Remember, all these elements are containers. All these elements are container elements. Container elements means you can keep any content, like you can keep a text or a picture or a graphic or anything you can keep inside it. Text, picture, graphics, animation, audio, video, anything you can keep inside that. These are called containers. Containers means just box. In that you can keep anything you want. Then why you have so many different names if all are same containers? All are boxes only. Then why all boxes have different names? All are boxes, empty boxes. Then why all these empty boxes have different names? Why they have different names? See, What is the meaning of these? You will understand that now here. Actually, you can see there are so many things here. Aside. Aside is nothing but it defines the content which is not relative to your page. It defines content which is not related to your page. Aside means the content which is not relative to your page. That means generally what we keep in our website which is not related to our website. Understood? What we keep in our website which is not related to our website. What you will keep which is not related to your website. Is everything related to your website only in your website you will keep? No, sometimes we keep advertisements. We advertise for others. That is not related to our website. That belongs to somebody else. These days, websites use a lot of advertisements. Those advertisements are not related to you. They are related to somebody else. Such content you have to keep in which container? SI. Understood? That means what kind of content we keep in SI? We keep advertisements. Any content which is not related to your website, then you keep in aside. And article it defines the highlights of your content of your website. Your website related any highlights that you want to display, you can publish that, you can put that in article. For example, you have a university website. Then when you open that website, they will show that today results will be announced, right? And that is the highlight of that website for today. Tomorrow there will be different, right? Today results will be announced. That is the highlight. They will keep it revolving, keep it blinking, right? That is article. Article means some highlights about your website. Suppose shopping sites, they say that today we have this offer. Deals, today's deals, all those are kept in a container. We keep that container as what? Article. Header means already you know that. Header means it defines content to display at the top margin of page. Top margin of page, header. Footer means content to display at bottom margin of page. Bottom margin of page. Usually at top margin of page, what we keep? At top margin of page, we will keep company banner, headers or navigation bars, right? Depends. For example, you see, suppose some website like, suppose this is Netflix. In this Netflix website, you see this is header. In the header, what they have? Left side a banner is there. Right side there is a drop down and a button. That is header. Scroll down at the bottom, this is footer. Footer contains some FAQs, from contact details, some other options. Usually copyrights, trademarks, everything, all such information is kept in the footer. We have header and footer. And remember, whatever present between header and footer, whatever present between header and footer is section. Section defines content between header and footer. Footer. Here we have one more. So that is actually main. There is one more option, main. So article, aside, header, footer, and another option is what? Section. Section means it defines the content between header and footer. The rest of all content comes under section. But very important here, every website will have a starting point. That is called main. Main actually it defines the entry point of web page, from where user will start. That is called entry point. In computer technologies, main means entry point. Means if you are learning languages like C, C++, Java, you will have a main method. Main means entry point. From there, execution starts. In computer technologies, main means entry point. From there, the execution starts. Right? Now, tell me, in this website, in this Netflix website, what is the main? You can see this is the main, understood? This is the main, because from where we start, get started is there. That means this register form or login form, this is the main. That means you start using this website from here. That means you start from login, you start from register. This is called main. Such contents are kept in which section? Main. We have to design in main section. So that is main. Next, we have another important dialog. Dialog is nothing but it shows a pop-up. It shows a pop-up from where you can interact. It shows a pop-up from where you can interact. Dialog. Dialog is not available everywhere, but dialog advantage is it is a pop-up. It opens and closes. For example, suppose Netflix don't have any dialogues. Let's say, suppose some Naresh IT website. You see, in Naresh IT website, when I open this website, you see there is a chat box at the bottom. You can see there is a chat box at the bottom, right? And remember, when I click on this chat box, it pops up a window. So I can now start chatting. That means I can send a message. Several websites have a help and chat boxes. You click on that, a pop-up will come. In that you type your query and post. They will send a reply. An automatic robot will be there which will be chatting with you. This is called dialogue. We call this dialogue. That means dialogue contains information which you can pop up and collapse whenever required. Such interactions are designed. This type of design is kept inside which location? Dialog. This is dialog, right? Another one, figure and fig caption. It is used for image, and it is used for caption for image. Caption for image. Image and caption together you can combine as one unit, and you can keep by using figure and figure caption. How to design I will tell you later. First I am explaining what they are. Figure is used to keep a picture, and caption is used to give a caption for that picture, right? That means I told you that we have a problem in figure and caption, understood? Now this area is what? Figure, and this is called as what? Fig caption. This is fig caption. So which contains a picture and a caption combined into one part. That you can do by using figure and figure caption. Now you have another one. So now indicates, it defines navigation. Navigation area. It defines navigation area. Menu defines, it defines items in navigation. Items in navigation. So you can define items in navigation. For that we have to use menu. It defines items in navigation. So navigation area is defined by using nav. So, and menu is items inside the navigation. Sometimes navigation will be without menu, plain. Sometimes navigation will have menu. For example, you see the website here. You see this is navigation. Suppose I open Amazon. When I open Amazon, you see this is navigation. This is website navigation. And very important, navigation can be top, navigation can be left usually. That means usually we keep navigation in two areas, at the top or at the left. Sometimes we will keep both top and left. So you see when I click here, the navigation opens like this. This is navigation area. That means what topics your website is providing, how to reach to those topics. That entire navigation you have to keep in this area. What is that area? Nav. Remember, these are all empty boxes. You will not get like design and functionality. Everything you have to create. These are only empty boxes, and the names for those boxes to make search engine understand that this is header, this is footer, this is figure, this is dialogue, this is navigation, so that search engines can easily understand. And another important, you have two options. One is div and span. Actually, div is called, it defines block content, and span defines inline content. Block content, inline content, we define by using div and span. You are going to learn all these now. I'm just giving first overview of this. Now we are going to learn all these, and we will see how to design them, how to create and configure and use them. So what are the new elements in the body section? So many new elements are there in the body section. We have aside. Aside is used for advertisements which are not related to your website. Article is for highlights of your website. Top margin, header, bottom margin, between header and footer section, starting point, main, pop-ups, dialogues, pictures with captions, figure and figure caption, navigation bar, nav, items in navigation bar, menu, and contents side by side, span, contents one below another, divs. That is what you will see later, right? How to use this div and span we will see. Now, by using these, we have to learn how to create designs. By using these, how to create designs, we have to learn how to prepare the designs and work with the designs. We will use all of these and create designs. We will take one website, real-time website. Now we will see how to design like these footers. How to design footer like this, how to design headers, how to design the main sections. We will create some examples now. Now important, directly using them will not have any special. You will not see any special. We have to apply some styles. We have to apply some CSS. Directly using them, nothing will happen. Let's see what I am doing now. Directly using them will not happen. Anything will not happen here. I will clean up the body section. Okay. And here we are designing. So I am writing header, that is top. And I am writing in this header, I am writing like home. I am writing like about. I am writing like contact, like this, just I am giving. So actually these are defined inside nav. Nav is navigation. Here I defined some Amazon something, and we have a section. Below the section we have a footer, and in the footer I have some copyright, something like this, 2022, some Amazon, like this I written. But remember, writing all these will not show any appearance cleanly here. You can see it doesn't make any sense. All looks normal only. There is nothing special. All are containers, boxes. Then why you have different names and how to present them in a proper way? That means now we have to see how to create a good presentation. So what we will do now, we will try to design some headers and footers first. Then we will go with others. We will try to design some header and footer. We will take one website example, some website examples. For example, you see, Get Bootstrap. This is Themes. Okay. You see here some website samples are there. You see, these are all website samples, means design samples. What we will do is we will try to create some website designs. We will take a simple example first, and we will try to design that example. We will take this example. We will take this screen. Now this is the website. You can see in this website, this is header. Am I right? This is header. Right side some symbols. So center some options, left side some, and this is footer. At the bottom, this is footer. Now we will try to design this website. But for that, we have to use a lot of things. First, we will design two options, header and footer. Then we will design others inside the website, how to create. That we will see in tomorrow's session. Right? In tomorrow's session, our practical will be on this website. So tomorrow we should able to design this header and how to get icons, how to set up the icons, symbols and everything, how to design this header. We will take one example and we will try to design this header. And once we do this, I will give you a few more examples for tasks you have to try. And here we have to use little bit of CSS. We have to learn some CSS basic points also. We will do that directly now. Then tomorrow target is we have to design header and footer. That take this example and we will try to design it. Right? In tomorrow session we will do it. Okay. Tomorrow practically we will design this header and footer. Then we will go with Amazon, Flipkart like websites and we can design their headers and footers. Okay. Tomorrow we'll continue then. Right? Yeah.